Hi.
Hi, I'm Pauline from England. Very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Thank you for coming. I was just wondering, now that you have directed an episode, which I was really fantastic, by the way, I enjoyed it very much. Do you have any advice for people that want to work behind the scenes in the film and TV industry?
Just get into it any way you can. I would say. There's so many different people. I get asked quite often, like, what would you suggest if I want to be an actor or a producer or a director? Anything in the entertainment industry. And I don't think there is a formula to it. There's so many different success stories in this industry, and they all have a different path. So I would say just get involved any way you can. Become a production assistant. Work your way up the ladder. I mean, that's probably the most common way to do it. Be an assistant to a producer. Be an intern somewhere. I mean, there's a lot of different doors that you could get through. And then once you're in, then you can start, making contacts with the right people and networking. And there's no rhyme or reason to really any success in the entertainment industry. What's the famous saying? It's not what you know, it's who you know. That definitely applies in this scenario.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, I'm Sylvie. I would just like to see your view on how much the show has changed from season 1 to season 6, would you say?
Oh, gosh, I should ask you guys that.
Like behind the scenes as well, with the cast and crew.
As far as you obviously know how the cast has changed. We went from hunting ghosts and goblins and scarecrows and bookmans to fighting the devil. It's a little change. Slight change there. But as far as the crew goes, we've had, and I think I've heard a lot of people say that are on the crew that this has been the longest they've ever worked on a show, and I think this has been the longest that I've ever seen a crew stay together. Because I judge that a lot from my friends over at Smallville. I don't know if you guys know Smallville. Some of you are like, yeah, dummy. They had a lot of crew kind of come and go. People would come in, work for 2 or 3 seasons, and then go somewhere else. I think there's a few people that have been there that were all 10 years, but for the majority of our crew, they've all been there since day one. So it really is a family. I mean, it's I know these guys. I know their wives and their kids, and I mean since we started the show. People have gotten married, people have had children, people have gotten divorced, people have, it's just, there has been, we've seen so many things happen with this crew of people that it really is a tight family, and it's something great to be part of.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi Jensen, I'm Constantia from Russia.
Hello.
I'm just curious because it was April Fool's just a week ago, so were there any pranks going on set?
And I woke up that day and I was like, all right, who am I going to get? And I don't know if I just forgot, but I didn't get anybody, and I know that it's so sad. And I always usually do something for that, I call my mother and tell her I got fired, or yeah, she's usually the easy target. And I even got to work and I was like, all right, Jared, it's April Fool's, what are we gonna do? He's like, oh yeah, we should do something. And of course we never did. We just went to work like usual and forgot all about it. So there was intent, no payoff. I apologize. If I'm here next year, I promise I'll have a prank for you. I promise. I will make somebody cry. That is my goal next year. To bring tears on April Fool's Day.
Hi Jensen, I'm Martina from Italy. I was wondering how difficult has been pretending to be rubbish at acting in The French Mistake, or our fun, you want.
Well, I had somebody, Eric Kripke actually came up to me and was like, see if you can follow me. In that scene where Sam and Dean had to act, It was Jared and Jensen playing Sam and Dean, playing Jared and Jensen, playing Sam and Dean. Think about it. That's how deep that went. So it was crazy. That wasn't even the answer to your. What was the question?
How difficult for how fun it was.
How difficult to find? Oh, okay. So that kind of was. It wasn't that difficult because, and this was one of the things that when they called us up and asked us what we thought of the idea, I said, listen, I don't want to play Jensen on camera because I'm not that interested. And stop it. And I was like, I don't want to play myself because that's just weird. But as long as I can play Dean throughout the show, just, people can refer to him as Jensen, that's fine. But as long as I'm never somebody else, then I'm fine. And so that's what I just did. I just played Dean being in some weird universe where they were calling him by a different name. So it wasn't really that difficult for me because I just stuck to what I know as far as playing Dean. Except in the acting scene, and then it was just... I was like, let's see, how bad of an actor would Dean be? And that's how bad he was. I remember Jared in the background, and he was like, I think I'm just gonna not know what to do with my hands. There was some funny moments. There was I wish I should have brought it. Now you're gonna hate me for not bringing it. They cut together all of the outtakes of that one scene into like a little montage. I'm sure you guys will see, I'm sure it'll be on YouTube at some point because they played it at the rap party. And I'm sure it'll be out there, so look for it. But it is an edited clip of all of the outtakes. And at some points, like Misha had to walk away because he was laughing so much. He couldn't keep a straight face, so we ended up doing a couple of takes without him even on set because he was somewhere laughing so hard. So I was like, it's fine, he's off camera, we'll just roll it, let's just keep going. So I don't know, we had a lot more fun with that episode than we had thought we would, but it was fun.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi.
Hi Jensen, I'm Joanna from Greece. Hello. And I want to ask you, we've seen Dean feel frightened of what Sam might become and how he would go to hell and stuff like that. What is Dean afraid of right now? What's he fearing?
What's Dean afraid of right now? I think he's most afraid of what could happen to Sam. I think he's afraid for his brother in the fact that, the wall that Death put up to block the memories of hell. I think letting those memories come back in is one of his biggest fear because he doesn't know what it would do to his brother, and having to lose his brother all over again would just suck. Also, I think losing anybody around him is what he's most afraid of. I think he would rather sacrifice himself than lose anybody else, which is just Dean. I think that's his greatest fear. Other than that, he's not afraid of anything. He's a badass. Yeah. I wish I was more like you.
Hi, I'm Esther from Holland.
Hello.
I was just wondering, because in interviews you said you like to do action and comedy and stuff. So I was wondering, did anyone bother to tell you that you were going to have to cry a lot on this show?
No, they failed to mention that, actually. Damn. Yeah, I've never really been good at those scenes. Those emotional scenes have always been really tough for me. I definitely don't like doing them. I understand that they're kind of a necessary evil and that it's going to have to happen. So, no, they definitely didn't. I mean, they didn't tell me I was going to be doing anything. They were just like, hey, listen, here's a script and this is what we think this character is kind of like, and we'll see where it goes. So, there's never like a full kind of disclaimer. That'd be nice. But yeah, no, those scenes are pretty difficult. I haven't had to do a lot of them lately, which has been nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is a horrible answer. So boring. Are you people asleep back there? Have I put anybody to sleep yet? Can you see me?